News with no bias, expose. News without exception, expose. Delivering nothing but the truth. You are listening to FMn6 in your radio dial. Broadcasting live from Bamboo Broadcasting Center, Kawayan City, Isabela. This is Kathleen Guillermo, your Anchor 1, with Tara Grace Balboa serving you the hottest and latest news of the day. This is Icon News Patrol.
Fix your clocks because the Philippine Standard Time is 10 o'clock in the morning. This time is brought to you by KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
For the headlines, the Securities and Exchange Commission has revoked the registration of 2,081 lending companies. The details from Ashley Gonzalez.
Thank you, Ms. Guillermo. 2,081 lending companies have been revoked their registration because of failure to secure certificates of authority as requested by the Securities and Exchange Commission.
The Securities and Exchange Commission canceled the licenses of 36 financing and lending companies. More details from Fernando Janisidro.
Thank you, Ms. Tara Grace Balboa. The Securities and Exchange Commission canceled the licenses of 36 financing and lending companies due to various violations of applicable rules and regulations.
Do you own a business, or are you starting a new business that requires some capital? Or maybe you're looking for some personal funds to meet a personal need. Not sure where to start? Flash funding is the solution for you to help you get the best loan results possible for all such situations. When it comes to unsecured personal loans and small business loans, Flash funding takes the most comprehensive approach in evaluating each individual applicant's unique situation.
We believe that borrowing money should not be complicated. We will try to get you approved for an unsecured loan in just 48 hours. No collateral, no down payments, and with minimum paperwork. Getting funded has never been easier, with a staggering 98% consumer satisfaction rate. Flash Funding has established itself as a leader in the highly specialized and secured credit market.
Whether you need money for working capital, business cash flow, or home improvement, we provide you the best solution. Log on to www.flashfunding.com and apply now. So take a minute to fill out our easy and quick application, and our representative will contact you with loan terms within 48 hours.
The Securities and Exchange Commission ordered cease operations to 60 lending companies' application. Details from Winlove Logan.
The 60 lending companies' applications have been ordered to cease operations because for the lack of authority to operate as a financing company. According to the Republic Act 9474, or also known as the Lending Company Regulation Act of 2007, requires persons or entities operating as lending companies to register as corporations and to secure from the Securities and Exchange Commission the necessary authority to operate. The Commission finds that the continued operation of the online lending operators constitute a clear violation of and should be penalized pursuant to the LCRA because it engaged in or carries out a lending business without the required license from the Commission, the SEC said. The Commission may impose a fine of up to 1 million pesos to lending and financing companies which continuously fail to comply with the SEC Memorandum Circular No. 19 Series of 2019. The non-compliance may lead to their suspension for 60 days or revocation of their certificates of authority.
The Securities and Exchange Commission continues to receive complaints about companies' unfair collection processes of some lending and financing companies. More details from Ashley Gonzalez.
Thank you, Ms. Balboa. Some complaints containing posting of libelous statements against borrowers on social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, and sending such statements to their phone contacts. As what the Securities and Exchange Commission said, these acts of unregistered online lending operators that providing loans to the public and subjecting to its debtors with unfair treatment through abusive and libelous language have no place in a society that is governed by and adhere to the positive laws. The abusive collection practices, misrepresentation, and unreasonable terms and conditions perpetrated and imposed by the online lending operators, their agents and representatives are the very acts and practices that, as a matter of policy, the state seeks to prevent and penalize, the Commission added. The Securities and Exchange Commission regularly monitors lending and financing companies for their compliance with applicable laws, rules, and regulations in a bid to protect borrowers from abusive, unethical, and illegal lenders. As part of its crackdown against illegal lending, the Securities and Exchange Commission will establish a financing and lending division that aims to focus exclusively on the regulation and monitoring of such companies. This is in response to the instruction of Department of Finance Secretary Carlos G. Dominguez III for the Security and Exchange Commission to intensify its crackdown against illegal and abusive lending, which are proliferating and charging very high interest rates to debtors and borrowers.
Jacob is a hard-working contractor who recently started his own business. He needs some more money for employee salaries and some new equipment. No matter which bank he went to, his loan request got rejected. Jacob's friend introduced him to Bonanza Quick.
At bonanzaquickloans.com, Jacob's loan was tailor-made just for him. He has to pay the lowest rate for shortest time. He secured a loan just by filling in a form.
The manager looked at his requirement and created a loan that was perfect for him, with no hidden fees. He received the cash in no time. Now, all he has to do is work harder for his business and pay the loan on time.
BonanzaQuickLoan.com gives option of both secured and unsecured loans to trustworthy and dedicated individuals. BonanzaQuickLoans.com is a friend in need, any loan, anytime.
The two big lending entities recently received a cease and desist order.
Thank you, Ms. Balboa. The Securities and Exchange Commissions directed the Good Packet and Easy Money Lending Corporation to immediately cease and desist from engaging in lending activity until they have secured approval and authorization from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Accordingly, it says that these both companies have no certification, no authorization to operate as lending or financing company. Thus, the act of these online lending operators in offering and providing loans to the public constitute actual fraud, which was intentionally employed to lead the public into the belief that they are legally authorized to engage in the lending business, which is not and has never been the case, according to Commission and Bank.
And those are the hottest and latest news stories for today. Unveils what truth is and reveals what is just. This has been Kathleen Guillermo together with Tara Grace Balboa.
See you again next time. This is Ideal City of the North News Patrol, a news with global perspective and local coverage. Thank you for tuning in. Stay at home, keep safe, and God bless.